Hey everyone watching, I decided to make my first video a brow tutorial because that's the first thing I do when I do my makeup anyway. And no, I don't have a fresh face right now, so it's not the first thing I'm doing today. But, I mean, if I came up in here fresh off the wake up, we'd all be distracted, so. I mean, I'm breaking out in ways I've never broken out before. Like, with everything going on in this world, this life, got me stressed. With a capital T at the end. Okay? So, anyway, let's just start. I should probably put my hair back, because it's gonna get in the way. So for my brows, I obviously, of course, I use Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony. Now this is a new jar, so we are not gonna wanna dip so much. And this is the Anastasia brush, 12. So you literally, like, this is gonna be as detailed as possible. You literally like barely even dip the brush in, because if you dip, we don't want to mess. Okay. So we just start off with a line at the bottom. I follow where my hairs are because I don't like to get too crazy. Just follow your natural hair, and I don't make a line in the front because then it'll be way too harsh and hard to blend out. Just make a line right in the bottom. Then I trace the top. Again, you don't go the front. I pretty much leave like the whole front empty. And then I just use whatever's left on the brush to fill it in, because a little bit goes a long way with this product. See, look at that. And whatever's left on the brush, I don't dip back in after I filled it in a little. I just lightly, like I'm barely even putting the brush on my brow. I just lightly brush a line on the bottom. See? And then I do stroke like hairs in the front. So it looks filled in, but not like super filled in. And it's easy to blend out and make it like that ombre. There, I leave it alone because if not, my whole face is gonna be covered in this. Like, you don't need to be perfect because we're gonna clean it up. The same thing over here. I try and make them as even as possible, but my brows are not even at all. You want to brush it out so that it's nicely blended and ombre-ish before you go in with the concealer, so that way you don't have to keep going back and forth and make a mess. Those look pretty decent. It's really just to like make like a shape, make a base, because it's a bunch of other stuff I do. Okay, that's pretty good. So that's pretty much it for the dip brow, unless I mess up, I have to go back. So then to shape it up, I use, of course, Tarte Shape Tape, because it's so like heavy and full coverage. And this is the concealer light medium. I use this e.l.f. flat brush. Take some of that. And I just place it like in dabs under my brow. And I don't get so close to the brow because then it's harder to blend it out. And if you get on the brow, then it's a whole process, so. If you just put it like close but not too close, then you can blend your way up. I really focus on the arch the most, like that's where I put the most concealer, because if that arch is sharp, the whole thing looks good. I just blend it down on my lid, because if I was doing a full face, like normally this would be the first thing I'm doing, my brows, and then I'll go in with my eyeshadow. So you use the concealer as a base for your eyeshadow. Right here in the middle, I just brush up. I don't put a bunch of concealer there because I don't want it to, you know, OD. So then for the top, I literally go in dabs the same way I did in the bottom, but like a little further from the brow, because the top is way harder to like blend out if you mess it up. Put the dabs and then I connect them and blend it, working my way down towards the brow. It also helps to not, doing that, it also helps so that you don't over conceal, that's even a thing, and then make your brow like all uneven or anything. I drag the bottom down. Okay, I think they look pretty. Okay. See, I put too much concealer there. It's okay, because you can blend it. Just gotta be careful. Okay. Now I blend all that out. Concealer brush. That happens sometimes. It's fine, just put a little more concealer. I totally got concealer on the brow. But that's easy to fix. Okay. Blend it out. Now usually it makes like the concealer somehow still gets on the brow a little and makes it like a little grayish. So I just go in with a little bit more dip brow. And I don't go by the front, just in the outside, like towards the middle. Carefully trace the brow, like we did in the beginning. Especially that tail. We make that sharp, okay? It's all about like going back and forth and looking at it and making sure like you're satisfied. Okay, I think that's good. Now this is the last step, because like you would set your foundation, you would set your concealer, your contour, I set my brows with powder. Makes it a little softer. I use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Ebony, just like the tip brow. And I use this Sephora angled brush because it's like soft. And I set the brows. It just makes it like a little bit less harsh and wet, and a little softer. Just go over it pretty much. And whatever's left on the brush for the front, you just outline the bottom and then do the little hairs, the little strokes up that I did before. Oof. Fire. These are coming out good today. This is like the routine I do, but some days are better than others. It's pretty good. Especially for the first time doing it on camera, because usually I'm up against the mirror. Pretty proud of myself, you guys. I mean, the quality probably isn't all that great, but there's a first for everything, you guys. Okay, that's it. And the last thing, I set it with some Anastasia brow gel. The hairs in the front I brush up, and then the rest I brush to the side with the brow. Because I just like the front looking like hairs, you know? Ombre. A little more natural. Oh, I mean, I guess we could put some highlight on the brow bone, just for fun. Even though I'm not doing next to my face, but I would do that when I'm doing my brows. Put some highlight right on the brow bone. Oh, this is a Sephora smudge brush. And this highlight is by Ofra Cosmetics, Rodeo Drive. Okay, that is it. It looks better in real life. Thanks for watching.